First flight crow comes in at 3:30. 3 o'clock. Sorry. 5 fish, all 14. You cannot weigh any fish in over 10 pounds. It's a new rule. This is how about prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for coming with us today. We ask you to keep our fishermen safe like you always do, and we thank you and we praise you. Amen. Welcome to a new edition of the $125,000 Bojangles Pro-Am Team Tournament Trail. The bass tournament that allows a weekend angler to share in the limelight previously only enjoyed by the pros. Join us as we travel to Lake Gaston at Roanoke Rapids, Sutton Lake at Wilmington, Chowan River at Edenton, Neuse Trent at Newbern, Carr Lake at Flemingtown, and Roanoke River at Plymouth. Watch us each week with exciting weigh-in, fishing, and awards action as anglers compete for one of the limited slots in the prestigious Bojangles Classic. Today's show is brought to you by our proud sponsors, Bojangles Famous Chicken and Biscuits, the new sports shop, your outdoor sportsman headquarters, Shimano Fishing, North America's leading manufacturer of high-quality fishing gear, Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. Now let's go to our host, Danny Joe Humphrey, to see where today's tournament will be. Okay, today we're on Sutton Lake at Wilmington, North Carolina. Sutton Lake used to be a cooling lake for CP&L. It's a great place to fish, particularly early in the year. It's got a lot of fish in it. It's got one problem. The fishing is difficult because the water is so clear. I mean, you've never seen any water clear unless you go to Silver Springs, Florida. The fishermen have trouble with that. It has a dark bottom, but the water's clear. But they always catch fish down here. We've had some just unbelievable catches down here in the past. We're here at a good time. The first part of April should be some good fishing. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with today's weigh-in.
It's bow time. When certified Southern flavors are piled this high, you can't yell,
"It's bow time!"
and not expect everyone to show up. Feed the neighborhood with a tailgate-ready big bow box. It's bow time.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Do you remember that show you watched last year? What about that social media post last week? Didn't think so. Out here, moments turn into memories that we never forget. Every chance I get out here. New Sports Shop. We've got the gear in Kinston and Cedar Point.
Good sack here. 2207. 2207.
Great catch there. What's your boat number?
29.
I lost you.
29.
22.
Woo. Bring that one over here. Take that big one out of that bag, Wayne. Hold it up. prices. 601. Another good sack. $19.53. Them all them jet black fish coming from. $5.70. Another 20-pound sack. $22.80. $22.80. Let's see all this bird in a second. $5.10.
I hope you're right.
Figuring that. Big fish is $5.25. $5.25. Total weight. $19.04. $19.04. Good sack. Bring him up here. Ain't coated. Pardon me now. Big fish. Not quite. $5.17. Huh? $16.42. $16.42.
Boat number 0. Boat number 0.
Good night.
Giants. That went 4
No.
Hold
We
them
got
up
a
there.
smile this time, okay? There you go.
Check that out.
That's awesome. I trust you. I don't think you can slip on me, man.
Jason, nice.
643. 643.
That's the first one, right?
Come on, buddy. Calm down now.
664. 664.
The second one was big.
Yeah.
That is one heck of a bag of fish right there.
I'll hold this one. I won't feel this one. I don't have one in there. I got to feel that.
First two way over 13 pounds.
Hold.
29. 29.86. 29.86.
Stay tuned for African Safari video.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
What I have here is some video I took. I went hunting on a ranch in Texas. I think it was 2018. The Star S Ranch. Beautiful place. And the thing that was exciting was to see these animals. Now, this is a very common thing that they do in Texas. They go in and fence in a wide area. This place here, believe it or not, had 14,000 acres under wire. Now there's a wire. It's 10 foot tall. And it's there to keep animals out as much as it to keep animals in. And to keep poachers from going in there and all that. In fact, if you're a poacher in Texas, it isn't like it is around here. If you're a poacher in Texas, they blister you. It's a felony. I mean, you could go to prison for hunting illegally on these game ranches. The game ranches has done a lot for a lot of these species. Some of the one in particular that I know of is a scimitar oryx, and that's one that basically disappeared in the wild. But the ones at these ranches, multiple ranches had them on their place for people to come in and see, and some people hunt them. And so they got breeding stock from them and restarted the population in the African countries. These animals are beautiful. When I was a kid, all I can remember doing is wanting to go to Tarzan movies so I could see all of the animals in there, because I've always been more than fascinated with wildlife. I mean, it isn't just a fleeting notion. It's a real passion. And of course, that's fish, birds, everything. In fact, if I get a chance this year, I'm going to show you some of my pigeons. I actually have a pigeon farm here at my house, and you'll see pigeons on there you wouldn't have any idea there is such a thing. But this was a great experience, and I rode around on this day. Basically, I was doing videos. It's a red stag, but that red stag there is not big enough to harvest. They're very selective on what they harvest in these places. That's one of the advantages. They don't have to worry about them disappearing or a poacher getting them. They know what they got, and they let it grow to the maturity before they harvest it. But I mean, it was just a great thrill to go here, and very fortunate. I've been to 3 different ranches. I actually went to a whitetail ranch in Ohio that was more than interesting. They had the deer there, the genetic deer with horns going every which way. Now this whitetail I filmed, he wasn't in the fence. He was on the outside. You could see the fence, but he was on the outside. What a massive buck. But he was fair game, you know. And one thing interesting, the animals in Texas, you could hunt them year round, these exotics and stuff, so they don't just get to hunt them in the hunting season like they do the deer and other animals. They can hunt the exotics year round. And when you're running a ranch and you're trying to make money off of it, if you could only book people in hunting season, it would be really, really hurt your business. Some of these animals, I didn't have any idea what they were. But I rode around this first day, and I looked around, and I figured out what I wanted to hunt. And luckily, I managed to get it. These are something you don't see on many places. These are ostrich. They're way out in the middle of a field. And you notice this video is waving, and I apologize for that. But I was in a truck, and I didn't have a tripod. Now, this is inside the lodge. Check that out. That's a axis deer with a tiger attacking it. And the axis deer, I saw one axis deer on this farm is all I saw. axis as very beautiful deer. But this lodge was, I'd call it a 5-star lodge. And that's a Ginsbuck right there. That's actually the breed of animal that I harvested, was a Ginsbuck. And these are just different animals they got on the wall, whitetail. They got some of everything in there. They got some giant whitetails. I saw some really, the biggest one I saw was that one that was outside of the wire, but I saw some really nice whitetail hunting exotics. You either have to hunt exotics or you have to hunt whitetail. You know, no disrespect, but Danny Joe don't need to shoot him with whitetail deer in his life. Those little deer there are called rat deer, and I couldn't understand why, but when you look at them real close, you couldn't see it. They all have a fang on each side of their mouth that sticks down like a, that's what they got them a name. That's a kudu. I saw one of those, but I didn't get any video of it. That's a giant animal there. That animal there weighs from 900 to 1,200 pounds. You can imagine that. But it was a great experience. And you can go there and not be a hunter. You can go there and take pictures and just take a photo safari. This is a scimitar oryx. Beautiful animal. This ranch is a Star S ranch. You can look it up on the internet.
It's bow time. When certified Southern flavors are piled this high, you can't yell,
"It's bow time!"
and not expect everyone to show up. Feed the neighborhood with a tailgate-ready big bow box. It's bow time.
Do you remember that show you watched last year? What about that social media post last week? Didn't think so. Out here, moments turn into memories that we never forget. Every chance I get out here. New Sports Shop. We've got the gear in Kinston and Cedar Point.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Hello, I'm Danny Joe Humphrey. Today we're at Sutton Lake at Wilmington. 35 years ago today, we had the first bass tournament. At that time, we called it Carolina Fishing Fur Team Trail. Any of y'all here that day? There's one over there. There's Mike was here. Yeah, Mike Garrell and DJ Russell. Yep. That was 35 years ago. Today we're back and we're starting over again. This is our 35th season. I want to give you that little tidbit of information. All right, our third place am, come on up here. Josh and Gary Cox. You boys had a good weight today. At 5 fish, you weighed 1485. Come a little closer to me, I can't see you. Don't scare me, don't worry. 1485, got your check here for $205. And got your third place bragging rights right there. Let's hear it for them now. Good job, boys. We're glad to have you. Step off this way, please. Second place, Jimbo Tyndall and Colby Tyndall, father and son team. Y'all had 1642 for your weight. Got your check here for $300, boys. all the covered expenses down here. I'm glad to see you come down here and start out with us this year. You finished up with us. Thank you, boys. We appreciate it now. First place. Come on up here. The dynamic duo is paired up again. Joey Rouse and Bill Dawson. Y'all had 1904. It's a good weight, boys. Real good weight. First place today in the AM was $600. Let's hear it for them. $600. It's a good check there, boys. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it, boys. Okay, now we're going to do our pro division. We had a good showing in the pro division today. We had 52 teams. Under the conditions, that's pretty good. Our 11th place team. And under this year's payback, we've extended the payback and allowed people to win outside of their normal purse. So Mike Lanier and Norman Mullinax is the first ones. Come up here, boys. Got you a check for $200. 1819. Is that all right?
That's better than nothing. Yes, sir. Buddy.
Anything's better than zero. That's what I always heard. Thank you, boys.
Thank you.
Come on up here. Andrew Wells and Brian Jordan. Y'all had 1838. Y'all come in under the bonus and you got your $200 check, boys.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for fishing with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ninth is Junebug and Roy. Seen y'all before. 1894. $200, boys. Gotta get you home on it.
Yeah.
Just don't stop and eat steak. Eighth is Vincent Pavase and Robert Tanner, 1932. Got you a check for $200. That's bonus money there. Okay. All right. And then seventh, James and Justin Abston, 1953. Now you're James, and this is Justin. This is your son. Yeah. He sure is proud of his new boat. You know, he showed me that new boat this morning. I want to tell him, I said, son, I can't even see your face. But I know you got a nice boat.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all had a great day. 1953 was your weight. Got your check here for seventh place for $240.
All right.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We appreciate
Thank
it. Jeff Milligan and Wilbur Westbrook. Where's Wilbur gone?
He had to go.
You had 1960 today. Got you a check for $345. Is that all right?
Not bad after all that adversity.
Okay, in fifth place, excuse me. Larry Thomas and Dennis King, 2023. Got you a check for $445. Got you a little bit of bragging rights there to go with it. Some hardware to go home with it. Let's hear it for them. Good job, boys. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
Danny.
Uh-huh. And fourth, come on up here. Y'all so professional. This is Jimmy Routon and Neil Smith, known as the Smashers. You did a pretty good job today, boys.
We
on this list.
chucked back a little bit.
You did?
Yeah.
On purpose?
Don't want to run the crowd off.
Right, I appreciate it. It helps the tournament when y'all don't bring in 50 pounds, you know that. Anyway, y'all had 2207. Got your check here for $545. And I got you a little bragging rights there. I know you don't have any, but just in case. You know. Let's hear it for them. Good job, boys. Good job. Proud of you always. All right. Third, come on up here. John Owsley and Keith Aaronfield. I had the names backwards. I'm sorry. They had 2273, which was a good weight today. You ended up with $645. And here's your little bragging rights right there.
Thank you, Dean.
If you want me to take your picture, hang around, I'll take it. If you don't, go on home. Don't break my heart. Second place, Ronald Jones and Zach Wallace. Y'all had 2280, which was a good weight. There's a bunch of you had 22. You got a nice check here, boys, for $1,145.
Yes, sir.
And got you a little bragging rights, as they call them, hardware. And we're proud of you, boys.
Thanks,
good
sir.
job. Thank you very much. In first place, just as I told you, Jason, what did I tell you last year? Tell the truth.
It's gonna happen.
I said, it's got to happen. And
And you said, what do you mean it's got to happen? I said, trust me, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it happened in a big way today. You had 2 fish that weighed over 6 pounds. You got the big fish today, which was $520. Then you got the first place with $29.86 for $3,000. You like that?
Yeah, I do.
You see, you need to. I'm proud of you boys. Got your first place bragging rights. Let me tell you something. What was your plan today? You didn't have a plan? Come on now, don't lie to me.
We did, but I don't know. We just started out good. You know, we started out really good.
Started out good and then the wind got blowing.
Yeah.
Did the wind hurt you?
No, we had those fish this morning.
We did good. I'm proud of you. I really am, boys. And like I said, you did good. I knew you'd do good. I knew it would come to you. Thank you very much. All right. That wraps it up for the day on the Sutton Lake at Wilmington, our 35th year. And they caught a lot of fish. It was a bad day, real windy. Had trouble getting their boats on the trailer. But like always, these guys go out there, they're tough, and they find a way to catch them. So until next time, I'm Danny Joe Humphrey, and I'll see you out on the water.
I hope you enjoyed today's show as much as we did bringing it to you. To view the rest of our shows, go to bojanglesproam.com. To contact us for tournament information, call us at 252-527-0918 and we'll get the info out to you. Today's show is proudly brought to you by our fine sponsors, Bojangles, famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. The new sports shop, your outdoor sportsman headquarters. Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. Tune in next week at the same time for another edition of the Bojangles Pro-Am Team Tournament Trail.